All right, we are live. I am tired. Joe's tired.
We are all tired.
We are all tired. But I'm about to drink an energy drink. Oh, man. Joe and I have both been working like dogs lately on various design projects. And we have a new one that we're going to be starting up very shortly here.
Yeah, and depends on the work. We'll see if we can share with everybody here.
Yeah. That's when we have to be quiet about until
until the very last. Yeah. It's not a big project, but it's not small.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a 2-day project or 1-day project.
Definitely not.
1 week project, even, for that matter. But come here. There we go. Clear off the desk, dude. You know the one thing, at least for me, that I love and I hate, I love the working process and getting through all of the ideas, but I also hate that the way I work sometimes, or not sometimes, all of the time, I generate a lot of waste and a lot of paper.
Me too, believe it or not. To give you guys an idea, to finish a single perspective drawing or even a single sketch, sometimes we'll go through several 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because we want to make sure everything is right and clean. So we tend to overlay.
Dude, I just create so much waste, and in the process, my desk gets just full of papers and stuff like that, and it makes me crazy because I'm not a compulsively organized person, but having a clean desk is really important for me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It means that I'm thinking clearly,
Yeah.
And
I can speak to that because Sherif saw my workstation. It's very minimum.
Yeah, it goes a long way, So I'm definitely more the messy of the two of us, between me and Joe. But my desk really, I need it to be have only the essentials.
Yeah.
For
me, it's the same. It's just I don't have that much stuff.
Yeah. What up, Crispy Critter? How you doing, bud? Are you feeling all right? Crispy had a bit of a procedure today, Joe, and he's even after the procedure, he's been coming around and showing his faces in the lives today, and it's dude, you're amazing and ridiculous at the same time. Go get your rest, brother. Go get your rest. You deserve it. If there's anybody who
it's gonna be you.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Unless this is part of your healing process, and who am I to deny you? I just want you to be all right, brother. That's all I care about. And dude. Yeah, so Joe and I have been working on a bunch of different projects, and I'm glad I got the one that I was working for Artisan complete. Now I just need to upload it to their server, Okay, good, Crispy. Oh, dude, this just reminded me. So speaking of design, I follow a bunch of different like design blogs, Instagram accounts, whatever. And I am, oh, what the hell? I guess they went live without me even realizing it. I literally just discovered these guys yesterday. But if you're a techie, you've been around computers and all of that stuff, you may have seen the resurgence of mechanical keyboards. What up, Cheeto? And so in the world of like mechanical keyboards, there's a lot of like crazy customs and all of this stuff. Like I have a nice keyboard, but it's affordable. Like the company that I get my keyboard from, you can get one for like $50, and it's like a really nice mechanical keyboard. Well, dude, I found this one yesterday. This one came up in one of my feeds, and this thing is hot. Descendant, nice. What's going on, dude? Welcome.
Very nice.
Dude, look at that thing, Joe.
Very nice.
It's inspired by the Lamborghini Gallardo, or just Lamborghinis.
Very nice. That is hot.
Yeah, and like this whole section, like right up here and right over here, they light up like the headlights. And it's got like, you know, the usual RGB stuff, 2 millisecond latency.
That is hot.
Yeah, dude. And apparently it uses, so like my keyboard, what kind of makes it special is its assembly method. So there's like a gasket in there that absorbs your key presses, right?
Yeah.
This one uses leaf springs.
Ah.
Yeah, which you can actually see through the top of like the whatchamacallit, the keyboard. So you can actually see like the suspension, which is really sick.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's super dope. And you know, not too expensive, man. Like $204 for
it's actually
like a high-end keyboard.
It's actually affordable for high-end keyboard.
Okay, well I missed the early bird. $250 for the man, I wouldn't. Oh, they already. No, did they? Can I get this? Okay, 23 out of 100 claimed.
This is Indiegogo, right?
Yeah. But dude, it's so sick. Like, look at this. Let's skip it. There you go. There you can see the design.
That's a really cool design for keyboard.
Yeah. There's the suspension that I was talking about.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. I'm so tempted by it because I'm like, keyboards are usually just keyboards, you know? But like, I don't know why, but there's something about this one that just is like, ooh, that's different. And this is like, the reason I bring this up is because like, this is the power of design. When you like think things through, you come up with like a whole new aesthetic, a whole new approach. Like, who cares about keyboards except keyboard nerds?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But if you really come up with a whole new theme, a whole different approach, for example, to the suspension, system, for example, of keyboards, because they do use them, and this is a new way to like absorb your inputs, and you combine it all into this whole new platform. You make somebody who's like jaded like me say, "Oh crap, I kind of want that."
Very dangerous.
It's very powerful. Dangerous. It's incredibly powerful, And then, of course, you throw in some nice graphic design and, aesthetics like that. Like, I think that that's really cool. I think they have something, So, question is, does it work with Mac?
It's always that question, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure it will, because majority of the people are using Mac nowadays.
Well, the thing is, like, you can configure it to using like the software on Mac, but like sometimes the layout and the function of things does not work, and that's one of the reasons why I have the keyboard that I have, right? Because like it doesn't have like different keys. I don't have a Windows button, right?
Yeah.
I have my function key, for which is an Apple thing, So like, and it's not like an FN function key. That's a separate key for Windows, or so. And I also have like the different keys to like spread my windows apart and tile my windows with like one key press. So little things like that. And I can, like I said, I can get that in an affordable, keyboard. So, do I want a chance, buying something more expensive that may not work, like my affordable one?
I mean, the only way to know it is to purchase it.
No. What up, Maddie? How you doing? Welcome. Joe and I are both kind of in a chill place. We've been burning ourselves up. Oh, yes.
In fact, I'm probably gonna do some sketch tonight. Just
nice.
So, and maybe put some marker down, but just a simple like cube sketch, cube in simple shape.
Simple shapes, yeah. Whew. Yeah, man. The real question for Joe is, you want to play COD later?
Sure. Dude, like, for those of you that don't know, I have been going through a tough time the past 2 weeks, and I haven't been playing games for the past few weeks now. And Sherif knows that I was talking to him. I almost talk to him every day. Just for the sake of the downtime that I have been through. But today it's we can play some COD.
All right.
Yeah, but the downtime is just it's I need to manage it to get over with. But at the end of the day, it's no big deal. Just have to,
yeah, man. No, whatchamacallit? Hey, one of the things that Joe is very good at, that I actually learned a lot from, is like, Joe works on a schedule, and like when he's done for the night, he's done.
I'm not touching anything.
yeah. And that's actually my problem, is like, I will get to that point where I should stop working, and I will just keep working. and like I don't like I'm not healthy about it is what I'm trying to say. Um, and I will just keep like pushing and pushing, and like your brain needs some downtime,
Yeah.
you know?
Like for me, like to recover my brain, I just don't touch any work. Not even a camera.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm holding the camera, like right now, whenever I'm doing this, like holding it like this, I'm working. And so
Yeah.
when I pass through the night, I always give myself at least 2 hours of break a day, and I just don't touch anything and just relax my brain.
Yeah, dude. I was a little surprised by that. Like Joe and I would be working, and then like 11 p.m. would roll around, and we'd be like, "All right, I need to stop," and then we'd sit and play games for a little while, And I was like, "Oh, this is actually really nice."
Yeah.
Like I've never done this before.
No, like as a designer, like our brain is always constantly moving.
Yeah.
Think of new things and new drawings and new ideas.
It's hard
Sometimes
to shut it off.
Sometimes the advantages of shutting it off is just it's like a computer that needs to restart every now and then.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, that's a great way of putting it. Sometimes you do need to like turn off and restart the computer just to clear the memory.
Yeah, and that memory, that our brain is a memory.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, Descendant, that's sick, man. How's she running? How is she feeling? I've been thinking actually a lot lately about what I'm going to do with my project card, because like it was really funny. My dad and I were having a talk the other day, and he's like, I really want you to start working on the project car again.
Interesting.
Which totally took me by surprise.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not something I expected him to say.
It's not something you expect the parents to say.
Yeah. Like, not even a little bit. And yeah, he was just like, I want you to get back to it. I'm like, yeah, but I've been, focusing on the business, and, if I have the money and, whatever, I want to like put it towards the business, blah, 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 And he's like, yeah, but you need to do other things sometimes.
You need to, it's like you need to take a break.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just, wow, okay. If he's saying this, like, dang, maybe I should listen. Like, that's pretty bad. If somebody's telling me, like, do something else. Totally took me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you need to do something else.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's not like I'm opposed to it. I'd love to work on the project car. It's just hasn't been within like my brain space lately, But I definitely have some different ideas of the direction I want to go with it. Originally, I was going to chase horsepower a little bit, but now I'm not thinking I'm going to do that. I think I may go for just more overall, like, balance, Ooh.
You're not changing the engine?
No, I will change the engine, but to something a little less extreme.
I remember you want the stage 2, right? Or stage 1?
Well, I was going to do like a full 2.5 liter STI swap and 6-speed and all of that stuff. But lately I've been thinking it may be nice with a 2-liter WRX motor with a 5-speed with a more aggressive final drive. You know? Oh, nice.
See how it can go. Why is it so bright?
Very cool. That's awesome, man. That's sweet. You know how popular those are nowadays? It's so funny. Like, dude, I used to have tame coilovers back in my 02. Yeah, hold on to that bad boy. That actually, like, they're becoming rare, and they've become very desirable. Very desirable. But yeah, I've been thinking like maybe a 2-liter WRX motor. Like, I don't need a ton of power, right?
No, you don't. You definitely don't.
Like, if I do 250, 265 horsepower in a car that weighs under 3,000 pounds, like, that's quick enough, you know? And realistically speaking, I want something that's going to be fun and like enjoyable in the canyons. And the 2.0 motor is a little bit lighter than the 2.5 liter motor. So again, that's going to affect like balance and things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I could maybe even run some like JDM parts, you know, like a JDM turbo, just to get a little bit like faster spooling and, you know, things like that. So, you know, I've been thinking like it may be just more enjoyable because like when I had my 2002, I really enjoyed it except for the gearing. You know, like I felt like the engine was great. I really enjoyed the character. I just hated the transmission with the 5-speed, you know? I didn't really ever crave more horsepower, you know? So, like, I remember I had a friend back in Detroit who had the, you know, old school, and all he did was he kept his original transmission, which had good gearing and a better final drive, and he just swapped in a WRX motor. And I remember thinking like, oh yeah, man, this is sick. Like this is awesome. This is exactly what you need, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm leaning towards going a little bit simpler rather than like chasing power, you know? Yeah, that's just where like my head is at lately.
When we go to Turner's, right? Was it Turner's?
Renner.
No, the other. Yeah, Renner's.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you wanted the car to be, you wanted your Brezza to be, you know, balanced and like, enjoyable to drive, because when you have that much power, there's nowhere to use it. So
exactly, and like I don't race people,
and like less power, like 280 or 300 will actually be enough for just daily drive and, you know, sometimes enjoying the.
Dude, even 300 horsepower is a lot.
Like, yeah.
Like I've always had the you know, one of the things that I used to get really like my butt in a twist was like I would see German cars with like 6-cylinder engines, right? Like in the 90s. And I'd be like, oh, they've got a straight 6 and they're only putting out like 260 or 275 horsepower, blah, 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 blah. Like the Americans would put out like, you know, over 300 or 350. Until I didn't understand it until I started not just like driving cars, but really driving cars. And then I realized, like, a lot of people can't even handle.
They don't know how to drive.
Yeah, like literally people. A lot of people don't even know what to do with like 120, 140 horsepower. Like, I could take my current engine, and I see it all the time here, actually, right? The second there are a few curves, even though I'm way down on power versus somebody, if I go through a couple of curves and I just use like good driving technique, or let's be real, decent driving technique, right? Like, by the second or third curve, they're already like 10 car lengths behind me.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just because they can't take the corners as fast or as aggressively as I can. So, like, I don't really care about straight line speed. I never have, you know?
Yep, yeah. It's like, you can only go so fast, but if you can go fast in the corner, then that's a different story. Yeah. And that's the thing in my head. Like, I'm okay if I'm not straight line fast. Like, I really am, you know? Exactly, Descendant. You know, if you really want to be fast in a straight line, get a motorcycle. Yeah, exactly.
Like, motorcycle will smoke anything and everything.
That's why our friend Thomas has a motorcycle.
Yeah. You know? So, yeah, it's just one of those things. So,
I'm just, marker sketch 101.
Oh yeah, Joe's doing some straightforward sketches. Oh, by the way, when I was showing you that, that last page, Joe, with the keyboards, and remember I was complaining about that little line, that wasn't showing up in my page, my submission page. That keyboard page gave me a little bit of inspiration. Check out how I did it now.
Nice. Yeah. Very
and
nice.
It fits thematically with the rest of it. You know? So now
to actually go about it.
Yeah.
You got some depth of feel.
Yeah. Now it feels even more cohesive, you know? I'm debating whether I should maybe do something like this. Let's experiment. Let's see.
Can you guys see my drawing? Like, is it clear? Maybe not. It's not focused.
Let's see. What if does this look a little fussy, Joe?
I'm trying to fix the focus. What's that?
Does this look a little fussy to like add?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, like a.
I think having it plain is better.
Yeah, not like. Yeah, I agree. I think that's much cleaner looking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, for those of you drawing without rulers, you can actually draw with rulers, straight edge.
Yeah.
Just to clean up the line. At least that's what I do.
Oh.
Yeah, for this type of sketch, we used to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Get shading and first, what is this? How do you say this? The first
Which one?
side.
Oh, like it's just the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 read. Yeah.
What up, Winchester? How you doing? I am just getting my submission ready for the artisan competition. Let's see. Where it is there it is, PDF. Save, replace. Save PDF.
You guys will notice me turning my pages around all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did I save it with layers? Yeah. For some reason, dude, today I cannot. I've been like dropping things. I think like my brain has finally shut off.
You need some cod.
Yeah, like my brain has stopped kind of working. I've been like Butterfingers and whatchamacallit, not being able to word. Like I think my brain has finally been cooked today.
And at this point, you can start adding detail. I'm gonna do it. It's just run this.
Yeah, Crispy, it is. It's just like sometimes after like burning it as hard as I have been the last few days, like I just get tired, you know.
You need some what's it called, break time.
Yeah. Descendant. I haven't seen that. The voting period is going to be October 6th through the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So please make sure that you vote for me. I don't care if anybody comes up with a cooler idea than me. We need some loyalty. Loyalty votes. I just had the window open here a minute ago. I don't know where the hell it went. There it is. Yeah, the voting is from October 6th through the 13th. So Winchester, we use a bunch of different pens. So Joe is using a combination of pens and markers. And for the markers, he's using a brand called Copic.
Yeah, I use Copic a lot, actually.
COPIC. They're Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
here is this.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go, Copic.
And then so what I'm doing is Copic. It's got like different shade of gray.
Yeah.
And I just, you just have to start locking in different shade. You have to understand your values and shadings and all.
Yeah.
And they got different shade in different different shade of gray and also different shade of like color and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can pick and choose.
What about the pen that you're using?
I'm using this. I use the combination of pigment.
Yeah, so he's using something called a pigment liner by Stedler.
Yeah. And then sometimes I will use this. I switch around micron.
Yeah.
And then this
yeah, like a generic ballpoint.
Yeah. This is for me to do the first initial sketch, putting in the lines and stuff. And then this is for me to add line weight later after the sketch.
Yeah, and like my preferred pen, all of a sudden I can't find. I usually have. There it is. It was hiding. Yeah, Hobby Lobby has Copics. They're not cheap.
They have a lot. Yeah, but I recommend you to just go to your art store. The store. What is the Swing? Is Swing still around?
Well, Swings is whatchamacallit, I think California based.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Winchester. If you're interested in getting a set of markers, I suggest starting with they have 3 different sets of grays. They have the warm set, the neutral set, and the cool set. And you'll notice that on the top of the markers, it'll either say like W0, W1, W2, W3, W4, N for neutral, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or C, like the ones that Joe just showed you, C0, C1, C2, C3.
Yeah.
Start with the C series, the cools, and get a set of them. It's like I said, it's not going to be cheap.
It's expensive.
But the benefit is they're refillable. So you don't need to buy brand new markers every time. You just you can search for Copic refills, and there's videos on the technique, but you can refill them.
Actually, I have some. I can show you guys.
Yeah. And then you can use the same marker for forever. You can replace the tips also if that wears out. And then as far as if you're also looking for a good pen, my favorite are these. These are called the Power Tank series. That's not coming through on this crappy camera super well, but these are by Uniball, and I love these because they're pressurized, and you can vary the pressure that you put on them, and you can like sketch really light or really heavy and get a range of different lines, as you can see there, so if you really want to kind of like goat something in,
this is the
post it real quick.
This is the refill.
Yeah.
And it's got a tip on the top like that, and you just dip it into your marker. And typically, the marker itself, you can actually remove the tip, like the front tip. You can remove it with paper towel or anything, and you just pour this in on top of the tip. Yeah, one marker can go like, if you're interested in markers, sketch and stuff, or design in general, marker is a way to go actually.
Yeah, so like, see, I can kind of begin to like ghost in my design with the power tanks, which is why I really like them. Just figure out some of the details that I want to kind of put in, nice and light.
Yeah.
And then when I'm ready to add tonality, I can really get in there.
And like ultimately, like you want to find your own way of design and way of sketching, because everybody's sketch style is different. Like for me, my style of sketching is very precise. Like I like to put everything in perspective and trying to get all the details out. And sometimes that's really not a good way, because at the beginning you wanted to have as much ideas out on the paper as quick as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Drawing this is fun, actually. It's been a long time since the last time I did a marker sketch.
And Winchester, another approach you can take if you don't have the funds for like markers, you can always do like what I did with this artisan competition thing, right? What I did was I did my sketches in pencil, which you can see there, and then I scanned it and I brought it into Photoshop or painting app like program, and they have free ones. It doesn't have to be Photoshop, right? And then I did what Joe is doing, just digitally.
Yeah, just digitally. And for me, I like to do it analog, yeah.
Yeah. No, I prefer to do it analog too, but it depends on if it's like more professional work or more fun and relaxing,
Yeah, for me, doing analog work, it's fun.
Yeah.
And notice I'm using white Prismacolor.
Yeah, white pencil.
Yeah, this is the most fun part. See, like you can really start. You can actually start pulling the details out, like right here.
Yeah. So you put a little bit of white underneath that black line to show that there is a material separation.
Yeah. And then now you can play with the materials up top and bottom.
These are subtle things that your eyes see but don't realize.
Like, and if you wanted to go extra mile, you can actually put a spot. You don't have. That's like this. You can actually start putting highlights. Usually at this process we will do wash.
Yeah.
You can start to see it really add detail. Detail really come out alive.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's weird. You see it, and your brain kind of naturally recognizes that material separation,
Yep.
but it's when you draw, you don't always think of that. So like
Yeah.
here, you can see like down here, that little white highlight extends all the way into the darkest portion of this flashlight,
Yeah.
right? It's a band. So you know visually that that's pointing up and catching light. It's a subtle thing, but your brain processes it without you even realizing. And that's what tells you. And there's even a subtle one right here where there's a separation for the cap. You know? God damn, I hate this webcam. I just wanted to give my camera a break. But
I want to add. See, now I'm trying to think. Like, I want to add something on the top, like
there you
maybe a
go.
material difference or something.
Yeah.
But just by adding a little bit of different material indication, you can start seeing differentiation.
Yeah.
I mean, I can actually push this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Show the different materials.
Like, see here, you'll notice this is dark, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. These are all like subtle reflections, right? But how the way you see this black line, like across here for the split, is also because there's a subtle reflection.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find other ways of showing it.
See,
You can see it show up
Yeah, there
right
you go.
here on
It's
the camera.
hot.
Yeah, like that little bit of like light. It's not pure white, but it's lighter than the black that's above it. And that creates that visual separation.
Like
you know?
by adding a darker marker on top, you can starting to see the separation of
Yeah.
materials. Just one stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And then you really wanted to blend this corner in a little bit more. Like that. Just blend it in. And then have this just there we go. Now that looks a little bit more rounded and you can do this with after this sketch I'm gonna do a chrome style cylinders. It's the same principle, but you can really push sketch hard to get most details out. Yeah, I haven't been sketching like this for a while. Today's sketch 101. No, sketch is fun. It takes your brains away. Just, trying to get what's in front of you perfect. Hope you guys like it. A simple cube. So I can do it just right here. Quick cylinder, chrome cylinder. Same concept.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first you need to decide where your light source are. In this case, I'm just gonna put it here. Like this. So you can really start playing. Here. You can plug in, just a quick plug in. Right, so that's how I decide my light source. Just the light source at the bottom, and just connect the dots. So at this point, your what is that called? Your foreshadow should be here. Notice I'm turning my page around very often.
Man, I need to. So let's see. He's also Winchester's also asking. Says you're blending that corner because it's on the side with less light, correct? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and the other one, the other reason why is because I want the corner to be rounded. So having the edge like this, when it's rounded, it's not the same. So I just blend the corner so that it feels smooth throughout. And then now I can really block in shadow here. Just a quick sketch like that. And then you start. And then this is why I say you can add chrome, like reflections on it. You can actually put darker. Let's do C6. This is C6. C6. And you can start pushing the chrome reflection by adding more. And of course, the top, what I would do is use the C3 marker and then just kind of blend it in. I know it's not a perfect drawing, but you get the idea. And of course, you need to if you have ellipse guide, it's a good idea to use ellipse guide here just to clean out the bottom. But if you don't, then you have to depend on your hand. me, I don't have a lips guy.
Oh. Now, one of the things he's doing right now, Winchester, is at the base, he's really making the black line strong. And the reason for that is because when you have a shadow, where the object and the shadow meet is going to be the darkest point.
Yeah.
Like consistently.
That's why you wanted to push base.
Yeah.
And even sometimes I will use a marker and then just really just punch the base where the shadow meets.
Yeah.
Punch hard.
And everything that Joe is doing right now, and the part of the value of doing these basic shapes is because they translate to everything else. You know, like if you can do a cube, you can do a cylinder, you can do a cone and a sphere. Every shape that you see out there is comprised of these things, and sometimes just combinations of them.
Yeah.
You know, Neil McKenzie, what's going on? Welcome,
it's
dude.
The combination of spheres, cubes, cylinders, and triangles.
Yeah. Or it's like maybe a section of it, right? Yeah. So
what Sherif was talking about is you can start. Say if we have a cube here, I'm just gonna quick draw a cube like this. And by the way, don't be afraid to, draw on top of the sketch or put it rendering. It doesn't matter. But if you have a cube, I can add a cylinder in here.
Yeah.
It's like I can do this and. That's essentially a cylinder inside a cube.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can subtract, add, then you can design anything. And then if you want to add another cube, let's say the cube, the product is rounded on the side, like this, and you want to add another cube, you can add it on the back. So your back probably looks like. And then you want to add another one on the side, right? And then now you got yourself a what is that called? A corner piece, rounded corner piece with the cylinder and the cube. And then you can start adding details. Let's say I want this thing in the center to be a movable joint. Then you can start adding deep in section lines. Now that's a cylinder. That's what Sherif was talking about. You know how to draw cylinders and cube and stuff,
right?
It's something like this.
Exactly. And then all of the lighting stuff that Joe was just illustrating translates.
I can do something complicated as well. I can add something here, and then so now we got a simple shape, and I can start adding shadow. But now you need to start thinking of where your light source are. This is my light source is here. It's the same. So this side will be the darkest. So let's just do that. In all the what's that called? All the process is the same. And see here, a cylinder, the same as this. So you can start doing stuff like this. And then it meets here. And then here, this side it's the same as this. So you can do this something. See, I'm applying the same principle, different shape. Same principle.
Yeah, Dissension. Drawing hands is very hard. Drawing any part of the human body actually is very difficult. It's actually one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, because you know what hand looks like.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. You just know.
It's very obviously wrong. But like, I actually spent an entire semester doing what's called life drawing, and in one semester of drawing people and drawing details of the human body, I think I maybe got one sketch that I was really happy with over the course of 14 weeks.
Yep, that's usually what happened. For me, either. For me, same.
Yeah, it's was definitely the hardest. And like literally every week we were drawing people and it was homework and all of this stuff. Yeah.
Now you can just starting to see the combination of these two.
Yep.
Together. Same media, same concept.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can show you guys how to do a quick sphere. Me, I just use ellipse guy. And the way to draw sphere core shadow is something like this. So usually for spheres I just start.
Yes, they do.
I just starting to do this. So core shadow for sphere.
Hey man, I got to look at naked people every day, but it was or every week, but it was equal parts dude junk and female junk. So yeah, you don't really get to choose. You do not get to choose
whether you look at old or young.
That's true too. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, like it would be nice if you got some like cute young hottie in there, but sometimes
no.
You got a 60, 70-year-old dude. That's just the nature of the game.
And there you got a quick rock out shadow of a sphere.
Yeah. because the sphere is just like the cylinder. There's like a band of a hot spot and a band of shadow.
And you can put this into a chrome sphere. It'd be good. The same concept. Same concept. You just get the darker value marker and just hit the shadow, hit the core. Like that. And then if you got like a chalk or something on the top, you can hit some highlight. Oh, okay. You can probably do that. But I'm just gonna use some color and then just starting to add. That's a really bad example, actually. Yeah, it's okay. But it's the same concept. See, what I'm doing is I'm also picking two different color of different gray, different levels of blue. Have to take this in, and then now at the outside. Some gouache. I need some gouache.
Huh? You got white pencil.
No, that's pretty reflective blue sphere.
Yeah.
And usually when you do like a what is that called, shadow, I will just, for this type of process, I will just do something like this. Add something right here. Block it in. It's not a cleanest sketch, but it works. It really design. This is just a way to start your design, like your sketch, combining every single different shape, and then conjugate them and put them. And you get ultimately you will get a design that satisfies. And I can go back and work on this if I wanted to turn this into like a statue or like a table, you know, like a, what is that called, a mini product. I can play with the shape like that and then start adding details.
Descenian, I do not have a fixed blade, actually. I mean, I did a drawing, but I don't think I ever scanned one in. That is something that I will do sometime in the future. But it's weird. I have a lot of respect for them in general. So I don't like just come up with ideas. Like, it's weird. Like, it's so much easier for me to come up with like a crazy folder, you know. I don't know why that is, but I really want to do some EDC small, like, fixed blades at some point in the near future. I think it would be a lot of fun. But it would have to be something that I would be convinced I would carry, like, all the time. And I haven't found anything yet that I look at, or even like a Kydex or sheath solution that I'm convinced that I would genuinely carry 24/7, you know? All right, Winchester, get some rest, dude. Absolutely get some rest. We're happy to share with you any and all of our knowledge, my dude. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I especially like the idea of a dagger. I have a folding dagger concept, actually. That's pretty unique, I gotta say. But let me see if I can show you. This is it on top. Right there. That's a concept I have for a folding one. I've obviously got to refine it a lot, but this was my first kind of concept or stab at it. And this, like, circle here is meant to be kind of like, I don't know, something chrome or, you know, like a jewel kind of thing as like an accent piece. But yeah, I kind of been wanting to do a dagger. If I do it, though, it's got to be sexy. It can't be just generic. You know, oh yeah, mother of pearl would be dope. I just don't know any manufacturers who would do mother of pearl, you know? As much, like, it's one of those, so this is part of the design process that Joe and I also talk about a lot. Like, you can dream up any sort of crazy idea, materials, you know, any sort of crazy thing, but it's always a question of if the manufacturer has the capability to do it and or utilize it, you know. And that's the frustrating part, right? Because, like, if you're making something by hand and you're custom making it, you can do whatever you want, right? But if you're working with, like, a factory, for example, you're limited to what their kind of capabilities are.
Yep.
And there's a good side to that, which is that you can you can get a lot of really like high quality work done, but then they may turn around and say, well, we just don't have the capability of doing certain things, right? So like when I teamed up with Kaiser for the Kaimano, it was before they ever started doing working with like Timascus, and they just started. So it's like I have one of their only knives that they've ever done anything with Timascus on, and it's one of the prototypes of one of my designs. So and the same goes with product companies, car companies, etc. Like you can come up with the baddest ass idea ever, something that would like completely revolutionize the industry, but if the company doesn't work with it, they don't work with it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, quite literally. Unless you have a position of influence within the company and to influence like large scale purchasing decisions, which is very rare. Like you have to be top of the food chain to be able to do that kind of thing. And that, to be 100% honest, that's not often a place that you want a designer to be unless they're incredibly pragmatic, because as a designer, on some level, you design with emotion and you design with like what's coolest in mind, not necessarily with what's the most financially practical. So just being a little honest there, like a lot of times for us, we go with what's beautiful, catching and cool, but not necessarily what makes sense for the bottom line of a business.
Yep. See, now I starting to play with this cylinder.
Yeah.
And just a simple sketch and simple shading will know how you can starting to see the shape, to see where you can take this to. And if I can spend another few hours, I can blow this up into a 4 rendering, put all the materials and even something like a liquor inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rendering and stuff. Liquor. I mean, I can do a quick one for you guys just to show you how to do it. Today is a lot, I know, but it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. And I mean, this is why you don't want to use the 11x17 plate.
Yeah.
Usually you would take a marker pad, but I don't have it right now.
No, but it's smart to have a sheet or two underneath.
Yeah, that's why we were talking about having, whenever we go through a sketch, we'll destroy all the papers. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
I can
exactly.
do a quick. I don't remember how to do what is that called?
Liquid,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, holy crap. I haven't done liquid inside of like glass since before Art Center.
Let me try. I mean, it's a good. I'm just gonna do a quick one.
Equation of motion.
That's a basic shape for glass. And let's see. Let's do a quick. I mean, it's the same, basically the same, but I'm probably not gonna use the C5 because it's so dark. I'm probably gonna use the C3 so I can see what I'm doing. But it's basically the same. Very important. You need to get the shadow right first, and then you can start it to add the water. R. Okay.
Oh. Does it feel familiar?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's getting there. I guess the most important part for liquid is that you need to separate the water and the glass.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you can, so that you can see, so that you can see the reflections.
And it never goes to the edge.
Yep.
Completely.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Just
Oh.
and then you would get that kind of like a tip in the back.
Yeah.
The bottom. And we used to draw this all the time.
Yeah. I mean, especially early on.
Yeah. And then you can And then I'm gonna grab a lighter blue and then just tie the reflections. And for drawing glass, you need to draw it very clean because glass is straight edge and there is no mess. And don't be afraid to use straight edge. Oh, does that look like a water glass? Kind of.
Let's see.
Kind of.
Yeah, not bad, man.
Yeah, kind of.
I think that, like, on the left side of the glass, you need to do a little something. I'm not sure what. I remember because the glass is layered on top of itself, like, there's supposed to be a little something there, but I don't remember what, because it's been so long since I've done the technique, you know?
I mean, what I can do is add some more, what is that called, reflections. Because usually top has a lot of reflections. But this principle can apply to any other design. Saying you are drawing, coffee machine. Like, you will see when you do coffee machine, you will have coffee bean on the bottom or coffee on the bottom and then the machine on the top. So that's how you can actually indicate liquid. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do quickly do a liquor.
There you go. Cool, man. All right, guys. Do you have anything else to add, Joe?
If you guys want me to draw something else next time, let me know. Like, what do you guys want to learn? Like,
yeah, let us know.
Sketching wise, or rendering, or design on paper. I mean, I will do my best to show you guys how to do hand sketch. But if you want to see Photoshop sketch, go ask Sherif.
Fair. I guess I deserve that.
Yeah, that's how you can get pretty far just by knowing the principle of simple shape.
Katina, go check the good men DMs, man. I need help with words, but
gosh, my table is a mess right now.
Oh god, yeah, don't get me started. But yeah, on that note, thank you, Joe, for sharing some of your knowledge with everybody and some of your techniques. I think it's very cool. Like, I forget sometimes that it's important to show the beginning stages.
Yeah, I mean, it's because this principle, it's the same when Sherif is doing the Photoshop. But
yeah.
It's just you need to learn how to start from the basic and then just work your way.
It's true, and the thing that we learned was that if you can do it by hand, you can do it anywhere. But if you only learn Photoshop, you're not going to be able to translate it everywhere.
It's going to be hard, and it's going to be time consuming.
Absolutely. So there's a huge amount of value to learning how to do things completely by hand.
That's why I always, even now, I always start my drawing and
yeah.
I like, for me, I like to get as much as I can, as much done by hand as I can, and then transfer it to Photoshop if it's necessary. Otherwise, I will just scan it and then just do a touch, detail up, and then I will be done.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But yeah, guys, on that note, I think Joe and I are going to call it a night, and we're going to go play COD and let our brains chill out because we have both had heavy work weeks.
God.
All right, you guys. We will catch you in the next one. Thank you for stopping in. Love every single one of you guys. And have a wonderful night. Peace.